There we go. So we're live on now live on YouTube. So good evening, all. So we are currently on the Cold War server. It's a bit quiet tonight. Just me against the world. Two people. So, biggest changes 2.1 is
dynamic weather.
They broke the sound again. And the vehicles don't have any engine noises. Lovely. And that means so we're going to have this all weekend because it's on a Friday, and they're not going to be doing any updates during the weekend. Well done, ED. Again. So very, very frustrating. So the one thing, the biggest thing that you can see dynamically, the sun is way brighter when it gets in the glare, but on that front it does get removed pretty quickly. I have no idea if I remove this because I've got no engine noises. I have no idea if it's working. Wait, are we moving? Or is it just rolling down the hill? That's a bit silly. So we'll just move into the tree line. There you go. So it's actually pretty decent. It does make a good effort at reducing sun glare. So where's that vehicle gone? There was a vehicle up here that got blown up, but I don't know where it's. You must have a script that removes the vehicles now, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, so let's jump in a Huey. Let's have a look and see what we've got, shall we? Farm Valley. Can we get in there? No, that's a farm. That's a valley, isn't it? So it's Zany. Farm, the wrong farm. So we're going to spawn here. There's another one on top of the map there. So Red have captured Sakumi. Red has captured Sanaki. Oh Christ. And Kubaletti. Oh. Well, that's not very good, is it? It means then we're going to have to fly it over to, so it means that the FARP is the final thing, I think. Let's jump in. I'll just do a quick auto start. I'll get things turned on. Time is of the essence, I suppose. So let's I'm a bit annoyed that there's no vehicle sounds.
Yeah,
that's
it's a bit annoying.
That's just unacceptable again.
Well, it's even worse when vehicles turn themselves off and now you can't tell.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's just stop that and restart.
Okay, well, while I'm waiting for this final third here, I'm going to go do something. I'll be back, okay?
I don't understand why the camera's doing this. Oh, I'm going to crash the desktop. Okay. Did it crash the desktop or did it just boot everybody? I think what we might need to do is go and find a server that's got some weather in it. Well, I think we're going to go with grey flag. I think. Oh crap, I need a password. Where is that going to come from? That's in death from above, and that's the, yeah. I'm wanting to go onto the Persian Gulf map because that's where all the adjustments have been made. Oh, there's the password. Oh. So it's not that one.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Same old. Friday
Yeah.
night, so decide to join DCS.
Well, the
Yeah.
I'm just
Check Alpen's Discords. So in short, bad news. I think he is shutting down the server.
yeah, kind of.
Just,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it looks like
server
you
in
just
general.
turned it off now. Yeah.
Shutting down server in general, not hosting anymore. I mean,
yeah.
that was, well, understandable. Understandable to some degree, because the majority of the audience are not so interested in like tactical gameplay or for the past couple of years.
Yeah. That's it's very sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of, you know, we have spoke about it. I've spoken to him about it. You know, and it's something that he deeply wishes that, you know, it wasn't going to be. But, you know, there's so much life that he can put into this, and it's a big shame. So, you know, I mean, people want, you know, people want realism, but they can't be bothered to read anything. You know, do you know what I mean? They don't want to put anything into things, and that's
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very. It's a sad day. Sad day. You know, through all of the great things that we've done and we've learned and we've helped each other and been helped by others, and you know, we've made some fantastic friends, and but you know, obviously people have lives, people have things to do, so you can't just sort of. Things do move on, but
Yeah.
still a sad day. Sad day. Well, in that note, then I will change my notification. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Update that. That's just really, yeah. So we're just going to read out the statement from Alpen. Not a statement I want to be reading, but it is what it is. The curtain falls. This is it, friends. It has been almost 9 years of hosting Cold War servers, running events, special editions and tournaments. Throughout the years, the Cold War community became incredibly dedicated and very disciplined when it came to working together, with each player understanding his role in every single mission. The intensity in so many sessions has really it's really second to none, and I only quote the so many posts by you and the shared feedback in that regard. That really kept me going and pushed me to design more and more missions. At times I even designed missions more than playing them, believe it or not. Yeah, I do believe it. You do spend a lot of time. It is hard. It's not easy. I pushed you many times and never stopped doing that, urging you all to use comms and work in teams to get the most out of the missions, and you did often, and that you did often. I've even kicked players sometimes, banned players for the lack of that, and surely upset some of you. But I knew I had to do so to maintain the server on the higher level it was known for. I considered that necessary on a public server open for everyone. So please believe me when I say it was never personal. And I'll agree with that. It was never personal, and we've had many conversations of them. The server's population has been very low as of late, and getting new players interested in the stuff we have here, considering the learning curve regarding the server in general and each mission individually. Just give me a second, I'm just going to mute that stream to 6. Can't delete it. I can mute him, can't I? 2 seconds. Okay. Back to that. The server's population has been very low as of late, and getting new players interested in the stuff we have here, considering the learning curve regarding the server in general and each mission individually has been rather repellent to newcomers. Many times I've had suggestions by you to maybe run just one mission campaign with easy settings and more flexibility regarding the distribution of modules, etc. However, I'm simply not into that. It's just not my cup of tea. And granted, it's not a lot of the players' cup of tea. We don't want to downgrade things. It's only the newcomers that kind of, so we're here to help you. That's what GCIs and the Combined Arms crews were all about. I don't know if I'll ever host a Cold War server again, or maybe something else. Be it World War II or modern jets. All I know is that for the unforeseeable future, I'll still be around in DCS. Should private life ever permit it again, I'll remain available on the ED forums. As to the recently announced Close Air Support dynamic campaign, I'll have to shut it down too. It requires quite some tuning, and I'm currently not able to do so. I've made a lot of beautiful friends and surely some haters. The two simply come naturally hand in hand in one package, and that's okay. It's been a ride, folks, and for the most part very enjoyable. Thank you very much. Thank you for the wonderful times, and as I always say, God bless you all, and Godspeed, ED. Yours sincerely, Alpenwolf. Well, yeah. It feels like a death. That's what it feels like. To me, because I've spent so much time on the server. I've spent pretty much 18 months of my life. Pretty much every week. Multiple times a week on the server. Ever since I found it, I've been here. I've built up, so many friends across, across DCS. So, it's a big loss to me, and it's gutted that it's actually having to go. But I do respect his, his position, and the way things have been running. It was unsustainable. So so it's a bit of a downer day, but we'll always find things to do, and we'll move on and do other things. It's just a shame, you know. It's something that you don't really know. You don't realise you've lost something until it's gone, and then by then it's too late. You know. And that happens, you know, in life, in families and things like that. So, yeah, a bit of a life lesson there. So, thank you, Alpen, and we will see you in the skies around the DCS World. So, take care. Thank you. Well, that was a pretty crappy. Didn't like that. Didn't like to have to do that, say that, but it's. I knew it was coming though. You know, we've discussed it off air and stuff as well, but yeah, good. So, are you back, Makara? Still playing his guitar, is he? So, yeah. Right. Well, to that end, okay. Have you got any plans on what you want to do? I was going to go on that Great Planet Persian Gulf, but I can't find the password for it. I've had a look on the thing, and it looks like it's the same password, but it's not the same password. So, unless you've got something else that you want to do. I've got you some more text to shoot if you want.
What do you think? Let's fly with aircraft for Isorama. But I'm constantly tonight. The game just cannot stop crashing.
Yeah.
How many times have you crashed tonight?
I haven't crashed any, but the audio in the on the tanks and stuff have all gone.
I crashed like 7 times or 6 times.
Yeah, might be
just. That's.
Have you got a thought what it might be?
Why?
What's actually happening? Is there a pattern when you jump into the cockpit, or?
Yeah, every time I jumped into a cockpit, I have like 30 to 40% of the chance to just crash outright. And the rest is either on takeoff or 5 seconds after takeoff. I don't know. I just not sure.
One of the things I did actually when I came on first time, I did it. Are you using Reshade?
Well, I never used Reshade.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just asking.
But
I reset everything on that.
But the common point is, I often redo the cockpit textures. On those heavily redone, it's those have a higher chance to crash. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a texture the game cannot handle, like big textures. I'm not sure.
I don't know. The I did notice I was flying the MB339, and I did notice that
that's one.
The graphics.
The new one.
Yeah. The graphics were jittery, and I shouldn't. I was on 2D, so I shouldn't have been getting jitter.
Jittery.
Jitter.
Jittery how?
Jitter.
I know jitter. I know what jitter means. Just flicking.
Yeah, it was flickering on the edges, on the extreme edges. It was more apparent, but it was actually kind of quite. I mean, I haven't flown anything. Let me, because I only did an instant action. You see, so if I do, let me fly something else. Let me go with a staple. So let's F5, for example. Persian Gulf, and then we want to do free flight.
Is it cockpit jittery or
No, the whole
The
screen.
map.
Yeah, the whole map.
Okay.
The screen. Yeah.
Have you tried to like delete the meta shader and the FXO?
No. Yeah. I mean, I've
Those shaders.
only just done it once. You know, it's just it's literally just after the reinstall. Not reinstall. Sorry, update.
Okay.
I just want to go over and give Alpen a hug. I really do.
Me too.
I just
too.
want to, Alpen, if you are watching, thank you very much. I cannot say enough of how much you've given us so much pleasure in the game. So, but thank you.
Yeah, it is Open server that's got me into the Cold War in general.
Yeah. I mean, it's really given us a lot.
Basically, yeah, he basically built up the community, the Cold War community from ground up. If not,
Yeah.
the early Cold War, yeah.
Oh, God, what the hell have they done?
If not completely.
Are you watching my stream? What the hell have they done? Look at the mirrors.
What do you mean?
Can you see the mirrors?
What's wrong with the mirrors? I can see mirrors.
Yeah, look at this bit. What's all this crap here?
Red one?
No, on the right hand side of the mirror. Can you not see it? Let me pause it.
The mirror is sticking out from the frame.
You see that?
Typical ED stuff. I just cannot understand. They postponed the updates, the patch.
No wonder they postponed it. Crap like this.
I thought they were going to push the patch like last week, but it was postponed this week and from the Wednesday to Friday, and numerous bugs.
No crap. Oh, you see the mirror? The light of the mirror on the window. That's new. Yeah, we didn't have that before. Still not happy with this flaring effect at the edge of the mirrors. I don't know whether that's.
Oh, DCS crashed.
It might be the way that that actually might be real. I don't know if it's not. So if you think about, because the closer the mirror is to the perspex, and because it's looking behind you, and therefore you're looking down through the thickness of the perspex, which would then give you a blurrier image on that particular part. That's probably what we're seeing. But the problem is there's bleed over on this bit here, which is obviously wouldn't be right.
Yeah. What's really... For fuck's sake.
Yeah, so there's definitely a performance hit now. I'm definitely getting a performance hit, which I never had before. So if I'm getting a performance hit in 2D, Christ, some people are going to get some real big awakenings on performance.
They were reporting like, before patching it, they claim like the 50%, not 50%, any percent of the VR performance gain increase. But after patch, someone tested it like it's 20% decrease. Yes.
Alright, so that's my FPS. I'm getting, and it's a new FPS screen, so I'm getting 17 frames. And that's in 2D. Jesus. Alright, I know I'm granted it's full, but it was never that bad. tried this in the MB339, and because when you pull up the MB339, it will then just you get the judder and then it just stops. So anyway, that's enough of that crap. Let's get rid of that. Right. So I don't know what else to do yet. What else are we going to go for? It's not good that you're having. Well, let me jump into the server then, the tank server, and see if you can get into it that way, and see if you can stabilise. Might as well do.
This is the most agonizing download I've ever done.
Yeah. Well, we've got some bad news for you, or sad
What?
news. So Alpen has closed the server down.
He has.
So there is a.
I thought you were on it.
It was, yeah. I was probably one of the last people to be on it. Me and Apok. In fact, Apok was the last person to get shot down by me on the Cold War server.
Well,
If you go onto the Cold War Discord server, he's wrote a statement out there for you.
Yeah.
I've already read it. I've just read it out
That-
to the stream. So
Really, really shitty situation.
I had a tear in my head in there, mate. I read it, and it's because it means so much. You know, it's not just a server. It's a
It's a
community.
community.
Of people.
Yeah.
You know, it's a community of people that are. We've spent a lot of time together with a lot of people and enjoyed and. Right, the server's up. Okay, if you want to jump in, see how long you can stay connected to it.
So okay, so
But
I mean, if it's a tank, it should be right, but I'm not sure about the
well, I mean that's some
normal
of the,
assets.
Yeah, that's something that you've got to kind of sit and try and play with,
damn.
That's what I said. I'm actually gutted. I'm really, and I'm gutted for Alpen as well. Because it's been something that he's looked after and developed over the years, and made it what it is. And he's brought a lot of fantastic people together.
Yeah.
So,
What the hell is the drawing on the map?
hmm?
You see blue lines.
Yeah. I haven't deleted them yet. Sorry.
Okay. And
You should offer to take it over, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's. As I say, I've got.
I mean, I do have the mission files for the past missions, but if you want to host it, maybe ask Alpen first.
Oh,
his
I would.
permission.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's all the other bits as well. There's lots of other bits in there.
Well, I mean, it was what, €60 a month or something he was paying?
Mm-hmm.
Certainly we could find, 2, 3, 4 people that would pitch in for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we did discuss that, didn't we?
Yeah, I would do that.
Right, so is there enough vehicles for you there, like here? Where are you?
Can you see on the map just south of the
There's a
flags?
vehicle, yeah. I can't
No, there's
see
an empty.
I know, I don't know where it's
There's an
come
empty
from.
vehicle.
No, I don't know
Oh.
where it is. It's just sort of appeared there and get rid of it. I don't know what it's doing.
Late activation, maybe.
I don't know. Careful, they're going to shoot at Majesty. You're invulnerable. Obviously, it's like, oh, fresh meat.
What's invincible? No.
You're invincible.
Yeah.
Now, where did that come from? I know some of that. Can't remember what that was for. It's working. Yeah.
There's no crash here. I think it's aircraft related.
Yeah.
I crashed like 6 or 7 times. Maybe 7 times. Yeah. 6 times, either on takeoff or before takeoff, or just right on takeoff.
Yeah.
And one more time I crashed into a tree. That's not ED's fault.
So if you're looking at that thinking that the shadow's wrong, so the sun is just the location of the sun actually just comes straight down the side of the hill there, hits it, and it reflects, and you can see you see how much they put into the ties and stuff. So it's showing the light through the bottom of the thing. Although it wouldn't technically be all the way through there, but yeah, it looks good. And then obviously hits at the bottom there. Pretty cool. I'll save you.
Target, ceasefire. Target, ceasefire. Target, ceasefire.
Still missing a loader in there when he pulls the guard. It needs to report loaded. Or in Abrams it would be up. So, well, that's good to see that you know. I mean, obviously you can get around, but that's obviously. So it's the aircraft. The question is then, is it?
It's still one more step ahead of like 2.7. You know, at the release of 2.7, April last year, the World War II, and not just World War II, all the server action had been stalled like for 3 weeks because the server host cannot stop crashing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, right. Well, have you finished on that?
Is it lost?
I mean, I can get some more vehicles. I can get some tanks. Do you want a tank to shoot at?
Nothing a Humvee.
Well, you got a tow missile.
Well, that's a Scout Humvee.
All right. Maybe not then, eh?
What area are we at? Oh.
And that's that bit there where the barrel moves up and down. You know, it is like that in real life, and it is a kind of a 50-50 whether, you know, when you pull it, that you don't get any bloody bumps. So, and this is what low mag was invented for, so that you could do this sort of stuff here. Even though it's not easy. And then what you would do, effectively, it'd be easy doing it this way.
Yeah.
In HE. and then just do that. Do it in thingy mode here. Oop. It's got the right ammunition, eh? Okay, that's the gun limits. That's why you tend to, if you can do it, shoot static. Never shoot on the move, ever. Unless you have to. You've got no choice but to shoot on the move. Because you get all of this stuff and it's completely out of your control at that point. Where's that tank gone?
Whoa.
What do you mean, whoa, whoa, whoa?
So I hit Alt J.
Yeah.
Alt J on the Humvee.
Mm-hmm.
It teleports itself back to the spawn point.
Alright. Should be just in
What?
the vehicle. Alt J sends
Not
you-
kidding. No, I hit Alt J and I lost control of the vehicle.
Mm.
But the camera stayed on the F7 camera,
Yeah.
external camera. Just teleport back to the the spawn point,
Yeah.
the stack of the vehicles.
Mm.
Really.
Right.
Okay.
So,
And there's no sounds on M113.
have you got any engine noises at all? Did you have any engine noise in the vehicle, in the ground vehicle?
Not at all. Not at all. If you can jump into any of the vehicle, parking right here. Move ahead. Move away from the spawn
Oh, I
point.
can't because it's reloading.
Okay. Jump into a striker next to it. Move ahead.
Trying. Yeah, there's no noise.
Move ahead
I can hear engine noises
hit-
from other vehicles.
no. Hit Alt J.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Nothing happens?
Oh no, it gives me. Yeah, it's kind of. It puts me in.
Is it flying back?
No. So instead of my
Wow.
normal view that I'm in, it's then giving me a
External
map.
view.
Yeah, like a map view.
Which one?
An external view,
Watch
yeah.
my M113. Do you see that?
No. But I can go back into it. I saw you disappear then, yeah.
No, just
Yeah, you
watch
just,
me again.
Yeah, you just teleported. I just saw it. Yeah.
It's really weird. Watch me.
Yeah.
And now parking brake. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now it's stuck. What the hell?
But if
Okay.
I push Alt
Don't
and
try
J and then it comes up.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm into
ju-
the air at the moment. But that's so you can zoom in. Yeah, basically it's like a new camera angle. It's like
No,
pushing F11, I think it's
The-
something. Control F11.
The vehicle
or some shit.
itself. No, the vehicle itself teleports back to the
Yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah.
spawn point.
So
Yeah,
I saw it
that's-
do once, but
Okay, watch again.
hold up.
3, 2,
Will
1.
you find coax? Will you find coax in a Charlie?
Car. What? Firing what?
Will you find coax on a Challenger?
Coaxo.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh. That's new.
Shift. Press shift and left click. Not on this one, but on Challenger
Right,
you
let me
cannot.
Go, let me go chieftain then.
So when you press E, there's no coaxial on Challenger, right? Normally you do not have the 762 on this one. You have to
Ash,
press. You take this challenger. I'm going to.
Yeah, it doesn't work on the chieftain. Oh, it
No,
does.
chieftain.
Sorry,
Wait.
shift. Yeah,
Yeah, left control.
Left
Left
shift.
shift. Left shift.
yeah, got it.
Left shift
Okay.
and
Well, that's
yeah.
stupid. Yeah, let's just make everything fucking different just for one, two vehicles. Idiots. Oh, by the way, ED. Oh no. In fact, what's this is? Yeah, this is a chain gun. Let's switch that one in. So I'm in loading ammunition now.
Oh, M6 is really stupid because you cannot use the coaxial on this one.
No, the M6 has got its own. It does have a coax. Oh, in fact, it's got an external.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it's got an
It
external.
doesn't.
Yeah,
What?
I think the M6 is
Wait.
supposed to have a ranging gun. That's what the M6 is supposed to have.
Okay. This one. Wait, this one is it the thermal TTS version or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's already one step
That's-
ahead of the T55.
Oh, massively, massively.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even has the commander thermal.
Hmm.
What version is
Are
this?
you up and running yet, Mikara?
What the hell?
Well, I can hear the engine of the chieftain through your speakers. It's seriously, it just beggars belief on how they can break things. Right, let's have a look at the clouds now. Let's. Every time I come to this, they make it even worse. This grapple pattern. Look at the state of that now. What the hell have they done with it? What have they done to you, my friend? They've broken it.
Broken what? Crowd.
Graphical pattern. If you're watching AD, have a look. In fact, I was watching it earlier tonight. Where is it? Where are we? Let's have a look on here.
Oh, press B. Press B. Check your bino.
All right, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. I can see what they're doing, but they're still fucking it up. They're causing so much of an issue.
I'm not a big fan of dispatch. Moving clouds are a little bit. Well, for a starter, they are iconic.
Right, what else have we got? So we've got, right, let's have a look at the orange smoke. Okay, so orange smoke is cyan, red and green. Okay. Right, so let's look at infrared view. So we can see the smokes, and they're almost kind of, you can see the different, obviously, colours. Well, not colours, but the intensity and light. NVG view. Okay, so let's bring.
I think they have read on the audience. The crowds.
Have they?
You see the crowd next to us.
Just a second. Let's see,
They what they've done is they increased the polygons on those insignificant subhumans.
So I need to put the engine on again because the engine's awesome on this. It just so depressing not in the engine. Blowing up my stands, man. I spent so much time on this. So yeah, so that hasn't changed. Just having a look.
Stop.
Now I've put multiple people in the stands here, so I don't think so. I think that's the same. I think they're the same, mate. The stand, people's in the stand. Yeah, they're all the same. It just might look a little
Textures
bit
may be the same.
it might look a little bit different because they've kind of merged at certain points.
Oh, I can drive. I just drove through those crowds.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, there won't be. So. That's a big.
How is MB33 or whatever that is?
It flies alright.
Oh,
Seems quite nice.
it's been redone since the free mods period.
Yeah. I mean, I was always going to get it because I really enjoyed flying the MB339.
Oh.
But when I took it away, they obviously it never worked.
No,
So
I think this stopped working since 2.5.
No, it stopped working when they. Oh, was it 2.5?
Yeah, it's 2.5. Since
Has it been that
2.5. It's quite long, since 2020 at least.
So. Right, well, unfortunately, that is the end of. Well, do you want to do anything else on there? You want me to kind of move on now?
Let's try World War II.
Okay, yes, sir.
Tomorrow night there's a survivalist event, but I'm not sure if the current state of DCS can stay long enough.
Yeah, well, that's an issue, isn't it? They might have to do an emergency patch over the weekend. I'm just having a look at numbers here. Just give me a second.
Because for the current state, ED is going to be the ace of the event.
Right. Well, the looks like I mean, the numbers look to be down a little overall on the servers, but they're still quite high, so it's not impacting everyone, but it will be impacting people. Right, do you want me to launch in a server, or do you want to just jump into a server?
Well, try the 4Y. Can you try the 4Y World War II server first? I just want to rule out the
4Y.
all kinds of factors. Operation, I think it's overlords. Just type 4Y into the
Yeah, I've got that.
search box. Search box, okay.
Operation Overlord. Okay. Scarlet, Clover, Clearfield. Where's Overlord? I don't see. I don't see.
Damn, it's a pre-invasion.
It's not there.
Press F5 maybe.
Alright, Snow Fox. But that's coming up as. What's that coming up as? What is that? Sign. Got a little diamond, yellow diamond colour. Whatever that is. Let's just try operation here.
Okay.
Not coming up.
Damn.
No. Got an IP
Oh,
address.
seems the I'm on the server. Which
Yeah,
one?
no. I mean,
No. Search the type 4YA into a search box.
I've done that, mate. It's not coming up.
No, just type 4YA and check the Normandy map mission.
Alright, so
This-
it's right at the top there. Sorry.
This is all your fault, IKEA. If you had just
Oh.
left Red Team an EWR or 2,
I
we'd still
didn't
have a
even
server.
I didn't kill the EWR like for the past 2 weeks, or maybe past a week and a half.
I'm ragging on you, man. Come on. Ah, such sad news.
It
Such
is,
sad
isn't it?
news.
Eh,
It's especially sad for you. You don't have anywhere to go.
I'm gutted, mate. I'm really gutted. I'm absolutely devastated that it's something that we discussed and we kind of knew it was on the cards if things didn't change, but so
I mean, it is really bad for you. I don't know of any other server that lets you do combined arms like that. I don't know of any other server.
no, who's got that?
Alright, I'm
Ah.
back.
Mm,
Had a long discussion with Alpen. There's no hope of taking it over.
no,
Oh,
what do you mean
no.
what do you mean
It's
taking
been his-
over?
You know, he's kind of frustrating to talk to because, you know, I said, well, I wanted to take it over.
You do know
Well, they put up
Alvin's
a
like
server.
Israeli, right?
Yeah, no, I know. And,
What? I
yeah,
thought
he's
he's
Israeli.
he's
But-
Iranian, but okay.
Yeah, no, I think he's
I'm-
Israeli.
He could be.
I'm pretty sure he's
I'm pretty
Israeli.
Sure he's Israeli. I don't think you can be Iranian and be on the internet.
Yeah, not like that anyway.
Not like
A
that.
refuge-
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Refugee kind of, but okay.
But I said, you know, rather he's got like 80 missions. I go, rather than let it all go to waste, why don't you just, you know,
mission.
yeah. I said, why don't you just give me, you know, 4 or 5. Let's make a couple minor changes. Let's put up a server under development. Let's see what happens.
You
Because
got
I
the
still-
missions, dude.
Yeah, I know, but you want him to kind of agree, you know?
Nah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
did you see what I wrote in his thing?
No.
I
What-
let him know
what did you-
exactly how I feel.
What did you write?
Fuck that Alpenwolf guy.
Jesus Christ.
He'll know what I mean.
Oh my god.
He'll know what I mean.
For the record,
It's an inside joke, guys. Like,
Yeah,
so
I'm sure.
he's always talking about like people that went to other servers and stuff, and they'd be like, they said, "Fuck the
Yeah.
Alpenwolf guy" to his
Yeah.
face, and so I keep teasing him about it.
Yeah.
just a quick FYI. I have 20 of the Alpen's mission.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you could get. I'm sure
but
APOC, and you and me and Delta and
if you want to have a small group of just personal enjoyments, you can host server. But if you want to do a large scale server stuff, you have to get Alpen's permission first, out of respect, of course.
Of course, yeah.
well, you'll never get permission. He'll never let you use any of the missions. That won't happen.
No.
So you have to decide whether you give a crap whether he gives you permission or not for a guy that's not doing anything.
Don't tell me it's a solid no from Alpen. Oh,
Yeah, it's a solid no.
That's
That kind of
I mean, he put a lot of time into those missions and everything,
course,
so I could
yeah.
understand why he wouldn't want necessarily someone else hosting them or whatnot. Now, that doesn't preclude you from essentially making same
A
mission.
similar,
Yeah. I mean, you can make it almost identical, to be honest, and just put your spin on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is what I'm willing to do because
You can always start with his missions as a base. You know.
Of course.
I don't personally see that as a problem. I look at it as like a music, an artist creating a cover of a song or something. You know what I mean? Their version of the same lyrics, etc.
Yeah, and there would be a minor change. I mean, him and I have had that long-standing argument, and we just came up in the discussion again when I was talking to him. I said,
I think you're too much of a baby, honestly. I swear to God, you don't hand start your own choppers. That's just disgusting.
Isn't that terrible? But I said, you look at Tempest. I said it's exactly the same as some of the other servers we talked about that got popular. The guys can tell where they are on the fucking map, and the new guys.
That's one of the reasons I like to fly on Alpenwolf servers so much.
I agree, but if you're trying to get new guys, new players, it'll never happen. Because I listen to the new players on DCS. I see them come on. They don't have SRS. They're floating around. They don't know where they're going. They get lost and they leave.
Why don't you not get SRS first? Okay.
Get what?
Get SRS first. On the World War II the community, it's a quite large community. To be honest, let's be honest, it's not a niche community compared to Cold War. And all the servers of the World War II contents for the past 3 or 4 years, they do not put like the player position on the map.
Yeah. Well, I think the main difference is like a lot of people that get into World War II are, in my opinion, older people generally.
Older?
Okay.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say you might be out there.
But I disagree. You go look at the other go look at the servers that are popular that have all the players. Go look at them. You can all see where they are.
Sorry guys, I'm just going to explain to the streamer as we're on. Alpenwolf has the Cold War server is now gone, along with Storm of War. Unfortunately, we are unable to continue the Cold War server in its form through not through willing people not wanting to do it because we want to do it, but unfortunately it doesn't want us to continue it. So we're gonna have to
Storm of War is gone because ED is treating World War II the contents like their stepchild.
Well, okay, so I don't personally think ED is treating them like a stepchild. I've come to notice. I've been in DCS back. Quote. Let me put this in perspective for you guys, because I'm old.
You've been in DCS that long. You was there before World War I pilots were being trained.
I was there before World War II, and I really mean that in every bit of the word. I started playing DCS again.
Still doing World War I tactics.
Exactly. I played DCS when it was known as Flanker 2.0, so I wasn't quite there for 1.5. I only had a demo back then because I was like a baby, you know.
Wait. What year is Flanker 2.0?
It's like the 90s. Yeah, I'm fairly old.
Let me check.
It's like 97,
99
99 maybe.
99. 99, I'm 2 years old.
Right. So exactly, this is my point. I was a
Okay.
teenager in those days. So in '99, I was playing Flanker 2.0. When I was in a preteen, I was playing 1.5 demo disc, right? So the very first iteration of the game called Flanker. That's what
Yeah.
DCS came from. That's its history. Uh,
No
now,
history.
the point I'm trying to make here ultimately is I don't think that the World War II is the stepchildren. It just takes that ED that long to move things. It's simply they're working on it. The Nick Gray who's running the whole joint, he loves World War II. It's just
You
it
know,
takes him that long to move it.
World War II kick started from Nick Gray's personal hobby because he was asking the team to make him a P-51
Hmm.
because he is flying that thing.
Oh yeah, dude. It, like, and the World War II has come a long way. I don't think people realize how far it's come. Like
It's
since
from
I started back in
con-
DCS, there was no World War II. It was jets. Okay. Then the first World War II module came, and here we are looking at a P-51, an Anton, a Dora, the 109. We got the P-47 in there now. The Corsair is on the way. You're going to have Pacific assets and a
con-
carrier, the Essex type carriers. I mean, it's huge compared to where it was. Now, is
you
it
know,
where IL-2
not
is? No.
not
IL-2
necessarily
only does World War II.
not necessarily suggesting idiot treating like World War II content like stepchildren, but it's just a normal ED stuff. It took them like 9 years to a decade to fix the dispersion on A10, the
Yeah,
gun dispersion,
it takes a long time for ED to move the needle. That's essentially what it boils
or
down to. It doesn't
or
matter what
you.
it is.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter if it's World War II. It doesn't matter if it's Cold War, modern. If you need something fixed, it will not be tomorrow.
I, yeah, it's admins on Storm of War. They were asking for just promised content from Anton,
Right.
and
Oh, and then
and
you take a look at
let,
Dynamic DCS. You remember that DDCS?
yeah,
They've
yeah.
been wanting like Lua fixes for, almost a decade now, and they're finally getting some of them nearly a decade later,
Yeah,
but there's still so many more.
I was watching. I was going through the forums because obviously I've started doing mission building and stuff, and there's things in there,
Mhm.
5-10 years old or something, and they were like, and it still hasn't been done. It's just absolutely crazy.
They
I've
have
just
so
got
much
kicked
on
out
their
of that.
plate.
So,
Like, I can't even imagine what their code base looks like.
mm,
I do code for a living, and I work in some code bases that I'm just like, what 3-year-old wrote this? And to fix the
Well,
problems, to undo the mess and fix them takes me like 10 times longer than if we just throw away everything and start over.
yeah,
So
you
I
can no
bet you
longer.
I bet you if ED
You
threw
can.
away DCS today, I bet if they just
Hmm.
threw it away, the whole thing just whoosh, wiped it off the face of the map and started over from scratch, I bet they could get back to where they are right now in about 3 years on a new code base. I bet they
Well, you
could with
can.
yeah.
every
But
plane
they
with
would
every
have to
plane they
then.
currently have, because they would not have to deal with any of the legacy bullshit. They would be able to create right now from scratch on whiteboards new data models, new models in general, how they want to structure the game, how they want it modularized, how they want it to plug and play, what the APIs are going to look like. When they could do that so fast, because when you have a plan like that, you can hire monkeys to do the code, because all the monkey has to do is spit out the picture that you give it. That's it. But they have to hire
Huh.
they have to hire space engineers to work on the code they have right now. So there's difference. Like, I honestly think they should just throw the whole thing away. Be like, look, we're not going to do any more updates to the current DCS. We're going to rewrite it. It's going to be DCS 2, and I think they should do that. I think it would save them a lot of time. That's just me from
Which one?
coding, me from knowing coding. So
There's a call from the World War II community. I'm going to jump into their voice chat. Just
Alright.
a bit.
Okay.
believe that. Can you believe that Swedish man over there, that Swedish meatball?
Who's that to?
That's for IKEA. Who else? Who's the Swedish meatball here? I mean, he's probably not Swedish. He just loves that name.
He's Asian.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I was thinking of. Do you want me to just I'll put up the Mariana training server. We haven't been on the Marianas for a while.
I haven't done Marianas in a while because it runs like ass on my computer.
Well,
I need to upgrade my PC.
if you get off your ass and actually do something, you know, you might get something.
You're right. You're right.
Instead of
should
pushing
get
it all
my
over to your girlfriend there and getting her to make a cup of tea, you can go make yourself. Get off your ass.
Oh man, how wrong you are, dude. How that
Hey.
shit rolls downhill and I'm the one at the bottom of the hill, man.
Hey, I got up the other day in my chair sitting there. I said to my wife, "Hey, why don't you get off your big fat ass, get me a fucking drink?"
Oh, that went over well, I'm sure.
Out loud, I said, "While I'm getting a drink, is there anything you would like?"
Exactly. Hey, this man knows the drill.
You know, they say that, you know, shit rolls downhill and you're at the bottom of it. Well, I'm the one that's propping up the friggin' hill.
Well, thank you for your service, sir.
I'm holding that hill.
Exactly.
This shit has been rolling down here ever since.
Ever since. Oh man, it never stops rolling either, dude.
No.
Never stops. All you could do is drop that hill and move to a different one.
Right.
That's
okay. So, right. Well, we're just launching.
Divorce. Yes. No. Have fun. You'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Divorce. We're just not that lucky enough.
No, the issue is paying for a server. Honestly, hosting a server and keeping it going. That's the trouble.
Yeah. The actual sort of, you know, and it's actually, you know, it's not an easy job. It's not an easy thing, and you know, I mean, just sort of, you know, I mean, you've seen
And mission making is kind of tough too.
mission making, and it's like, you know what you want to do, but when the code is just so bloody annoying because it just doesn't want to work in whatever bloody format.
Correct. Because Alvin has always wanted to do mainly infantry, and he's never been able to do it.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of sense because you have these choppers that can support infantry drops, but yet.
Hey, Tricker, welcome. Tricker, so I don't know whether you've heard the news just of late, but welcome everyone. So unfortunately, the Cold War server has been taken down forever. Alpenwolf has decided enough's enough, and he decided to leave the mission building. Sad day, sad day. So yeah, I wish we could do more, but yeah, it is bad. It's awful, you know. And you know, as you guys know, you know, I do a lot on the Cold War server, and pretty much one of the staple, you know, people there. But you know, nothing lasts forever, and but very upsetting nonetheless, and pretty gutted, to be truthful. Thanks for the follow, for sure. Well, the thing is, people want to go and do, you know, shoot and do fighting and stuff like that, and they're fine. That's okay, you know. But yeah, it's just really frustrating that we've lost a great server, because there's nothing else like it on the server at all. On the ED4, you know, ED things, there's things that kind of cross over, but there's nothing that is like the Cold War server. It's a big shame. So really gutted for it, but what can you do? Right now, so basically just it's partly with cost, it's partly with time and effort that he's doing on the server, and he's just said enough, enough's enough. Yeah, you're right, Davey, and I think it did definitely have a big dent into it, and there was still a core set of people who wanted to stay on the server, and people wanted to come backwards and forwards to it and stuff like that, which was fine, and it's done that over the last, as it says, 9 years he's been doing it, but unfortunately that's just what it is, and my frame rates have tanked since this new update. It's awful. So you're probably not going to be able to play on that. I'm going to leave that. Body organ. So if I'm struggling trying to get it there, but it's chaos. Yeah. It's just it's such a big loss, and we've spoken to him, tried to royal we that are in the conversation right now. I've had a chat with him and see if they can take on the server and run it, and he doesn't want that, so which is fine. That's his choice, and means then that we've got to kind of come up with something ourselves to fill the gap. But what a gap! What a gap to fill, I'm afraid. So yeah, it's pretty gutting. So obviously we've got a new update, and obviously that's causing issues with guys can't get on, playing and flying. Yeah, it's pretty sad. So I'm going to try the Cold War server, just the the standard one, or rather the only one now. Yeah.
Are you talking about Enigma server?
Yeah. David Booth says agreed. He says I've had fun times, but just feels like a farming server for above average pilots. It's too easy to get kills. Alpens, about every flight you had to work for it. Everyone got really proficient and improved on each other, and we did, and that was the thing. We managed to be able to go in there and and raise up that level of competency of a pilot, because it's not just about getting the aircraft off the ground, it's then getting it into battle, it's understanding, you're reading your instruments. It's Rana says he always wanted to try Alpens, but it was have players match 5 in my time zone.
Sometimes you just had to seed the server. We did that a few times. Because I would literally get on there by myself and play like single player missions. And some guy would come and try to kill me, and then some guy would come and try to kill that guy, and then yada yada yada. 20 plus players.
It then builds up from there. Yeah, everyone says that, but all went to Enigmas, never came back. Yeah, I know. Think
that happened a lot when Mike and I got on. There'd be nobody, and then him and I would get on, and all of a sudden be a whack of people.
Yeah. And I mean, it really makes a difference when you've got a lot of. I mean, you don't need many. That's the thing. You don't need many players to make it a viable server. 8 players can really make a big difference.
Yeah. Well, get Applejack to make up some more missions.
I agree with you, David. The thing is, you've got stuff to do, and it's in the moment, and the thing is, you don't know, you don't know that something's going to go away until it's gone, and then it's like crap, Yeah, likewise. Yeah, I mean it's just 4 or 6 people. It's just not enough for dogfighting, but it does make a good mission. But it then does escalate, and you can then bring all the extra players in. You know.
Chief, disconnect
Problem is,
ground
Chicker would
air
have
supply.
to stay around a little bit. You know, he's trying to run a stream, so he's trying to get it in pretty quick. You know,
Ground air supply.
he's got a little bit
Turn
different
off the ground
situation.
power.
One thing I heard was if one team had GCI and the other didn't, it would be a bit unfair. Well, yeah, it is unfair, but do you know what? And this is what used to really annoy me is, you know, they'd be like, oh,
Roger.
somebody should go GCI. Why shouldn't it be used? You know, I mean, I'm not saying that everybody should go GCI. But
Well, it's not 100% true either, because if you do go GCI on red, no one was on friggin'
Ready to
SRS
start.
yeah,
a lot of the times. So, you know,
yeah.
so they complain there's no GCI, but none of them are on friggin' SRS.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. You know, you know, we would, you know, I would jump onto red and try to do GCI, but you've got 20 players, 20 pilots flying around, and you've got 2 players that are coordinated that want to talk. And you know, how do you think I feel? You know, I'm trying to sort of call out and give, you know, and out of those 20 players, you know, they're not giving you any information, they're not giving you any feedback. Some people, if you give the, you know, they don't even come on and say, oh, I'm listening, but I'm not talking, which is fine, you know, and I'm happy with that. And I'd then give a call out for those guys, and they would then turn off and do, you know, and that's fine, because I then at least know that I can give them you know, I can save their life, you know. But if you don't do that, then, you know, it's really frustrating. As a GCI, you know, you're doing that
Chief,
work.
disconnect ground air supply.
I'll be right back.
You know, you do that work, and you know, you help people.
Chief, turn off the ground
Oh, you know,
power.
you wanted to help people, but they're just, you know, Christ. Shut up, Awax. Yeah, best dog fights. Yeah. I mean, I've had some fantastic fights in there. It's definitely, yeah. I mean, Enigma's, you know, it's a shoot fest. You know, it's just a place where, you know, to go backwards and forwards along the line, and that's it. But there's no structure to it. It's just, you know, you just fly. You know, you've got a corridor, and you've got fighters going into it, mashing in the middle, and that's it. You know. There's nothing. God, let's do it. Hold on. Just options. Shut up. Yes, it's really frustrating on that. You know. What else? Yeah, it's just a big. Yeah, I'm just really gutted that it's gone. You know, but you know, take care, Davey, and we'll see you soon. Hopefully, we'll see you in a mission that we'll get up with. We are looking to do something. You know, I am creating some missions. I've created some ground sort of stuff, and we'll just see how it goes from there. Well, I don't think they're behind us, Conor. I think they're, you know, we're in this transition phase now. You know, we've lost a great community. You know, for the Cold War. You know. And I think that, you know, with all these aircraft that are coming out, I think, you know, there's so much more to develop. It just depends on who's going to pick up the reins. You know, it takes a lot of time. You know, the amount of work that Alpen have done is just absolutely astronomical. The amount of work it's put in there. Yeah, you probably might be right, that's all actually, about missions. They may start doing some of similar nature, but obviously without a lot of the ground combined arms stuff, and which but that's what made it, yeah, I'm gutted, mate. I mean, believe me, when I read out his letter online earlier, I had a tear in my eye, mate. It's just that, it feels like a loss. It feels like a death in the family. That's what it feels like to me at the moment. And I just wish that I wish there was something we could do about it, but right at this moment in time, there ain't a lot we can do other than we'll find something. We will find something. So don't you worry. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. So, well, IKEA's gone off and having a chat with his World War II buddies. Buddy Organ's going to make his girlfriend a cup of tea because it's pressed under the thumb.
He's back.
Oh, is he back?
He's back listening to you, Wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been that pressed under the thumb that it's actually got an
this.
indent on his forehead there.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Right, I'm just having a look at maps.
It's going to be accurate later, I'm sure.
Right, what the hell is it? So I've gone onto this server and I've no idea what the hell it is. What is it? I don't know, what's the threat? Cold War 1977. And I don't see any red aircraft at all, which is okay. I'm not saying that. I'm in the fighter, aren't I? So I think it's just going to be air to air, isn't it? On the Cold War 77. Anybody?
I don't know. Haven't been there.
Which server are you talking about?
The Cold War 77, 1977.
I have never been in that one. Nope.
No. Well,
Probably
I think it's just air to air. Alright, well, let's just load up with a splatter of air to air missiles. So we'll get some Phoenixes. And we'll just go for a cabbie. I'm going to shoot something down. Shoot our frustration out of it, I suppose. What do you think? Okay. I am gutted. I'm more than gutted. I'm fucking, I just wish, well, there's not a lot.
Well, in a way, if he wasn't so friggin' stubborn, it might have worked out better. Well, I shouldn't say worked out better. Would have worked out longer. On the bright side, I just bought the L16.
The I-16.
Oh, sorry, I-16.
Alright. Well, I wouldn't call that a bright side.
Well, it's always fun to have a crappy Russian airplane.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't that crappy, to be honest. There was crappier.
Well, yeah. Have they fixed the Yak 52 yet?
I don't know.
I mean, Russian aircraft, like early Western aircraft are not amazing either.
Yeah.
Come on.
At least in the jet era, which is odd because I find like the cockpit, like say the T-51, like kind of amazing.
Mm.
You know, so I'm like, how did their ergonomics just go to crap?
They were not known for their comfort.
No, I mean like not comfort, but like just where things are and how you control them. Like the P-51 had a throttle that you could manipulate the gun sight on, and it's just like I feel like some of that was lost when we went to a more modern aircraft.
Yeah.
I mean, they got it back, of course, but like 2 decades later.
What's the key to hook up to the catapult?
You. So you're just checking out that Tomcat pilot body there?
The what, sorry? The body?
Just checking out that Tomcat
I
pilot
was
body.
just trying to get onto it. For some reason. I normally do it on the super carrier, but obviously not on the super carrier, so.
Like anymore, like I would love to fly off the Forrestal, but like just lining up for catapult shots, etc. Like you just those ground crew are indispensable.
Yeah.
And with as few of them out there as there are, it still makes the carrier feel so much more lifelike than that one.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Right, so where are we going to go? I have no idea. Let's just do a buggy up, shall we?
Well, supposedly they adjusted the lofting of the Phoenixes, so hopefully they've got a little bit of light. In
well, you know, talking actually of things that are broken, or they broke the. Oh right, yeah, I turned it all down, didn't I? Because it was freaking annoying me.
Infield 5. Uzi 2, pushing from waypoint 0 at 21.
Yeah, the engine noises of all the ground vehicles have been broken, so none of them have sounds, which is awesome.
That must be kind of eerie. I guess, actually, are you sure it's broken and not a
Yes.
feature of Halloween?
No.
Give you that spooky feeling?
Yeah.
It's some of that, you know, they've broken it and fixed it previously, and now it's all broken again.
Showing nails 4 o'clock.
Vegan pilots complaining to Heatler how the Vegan just keeps getting crumbs, you know, no love, and that they keep putting, you know, it's the stepchild they keep putting all the time in Tomcat here, and you know, Cobra was kind
Here
of
we go.
how they had to make all their aircraft compatible with 2.8. So what's interesting is the Vegan probably didn't just get crumbs. Had they not done anything with it, it probably wouldn't even work in this new version.
Yeah, yeah.
Friendly, 345, 45 miles. Angels 17, and a friendly 4-ship bra, 345, 23 miles. Angels 12.
Kick the football. I'm like, nah, the goalposts are over here now. You know,
Lucy.
right?
I'm showing nails 10 o'clock.
They just, you know, they're like so frustrated that the Vegan doesn't get these updates, and I fly the Vulcan more than I do the Tomcat, and I'm
We've got a
completely agree
bandit
with their
draw,
priorities. I'm like, no,
065,
you should
82
prioritize
miles.
the Tomcat. It's your moneymaker.
Yeah.
You know, even though I have the Vulcan, I fly the shit out of the Vulcan. I love the Vulcan. I'm looking forward to the updates, but you know, I'm not going to complain that they're spending their time on the thing that's
There's
going to
a
bring in the
friendly
dough.
guerrilla
You
group
know,
bearing
it's just the way it
080,
is.
55 miles. Angels 25. Yes, Mud, 9 o'clock.
Okay. Well,
Some of these people are just, I don't know how to describe them, like, other than
Roger.
somewhat entitled,
I
maybe.
see a singer, 9 o'clock.
But
Got him locked. Target.
at the same
74
time,
miles.
Somewhat.
well, the problem is, at the same time, they have spent money on this module, and they may not own the Tomcat,
lock,
for
lock.
example, right? The Vulcan may be where they put their money, and they're not seeing a return on investment. So I do see their point of view. So it's hard to, it's. I want to say they're entitled, but it's hard to say that for that very reason.
Looks like there's
But
dirt
I
at
think they
7
need to
o'clock.
understand Heatler's position as well.
It's I mean it is really it's
And
not
they think all
it's
the
not
time
easy.
going to the Tomcat,
Yeah.
but that's not entirely true. While yes, the Tomcat is getting a
He's
stronger
showing
share,
nails, 9
therefore
10
receiving
o'clock.
updates. I bet most of their time right now is actually going towards the F4, the A6, and the Eurofighter 2000. If I were to take a guess, I think that'd be where the majority of their time is, because that's what's going to pull in the money. That's the next money maker.
We've
the
got
air.
nails, 9 o'clock. There's a friendly guerrilla group bearing 090, 45 miles.
The Tomcat
Angels
just happens
10.
to get more of the maintenance budget from the Vulcan.
Yeah. All right.
And I don't mean that from a financial point of view. I mean that from a materials point of view, like resource point of view. Well, I was happily watching you
We have an
fly
enemy
into the
two-ship
water here, and then your
bra,
stream stops. As far as I'm
345,
concerned, you've
54
hit
miles.
full.
Got him STT.
I got to reload and watch Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 all over again.
Right.
Singer, 12 o'clock.
Getting all excited. Stop getting excited.
Mud,
So
11
what's all
o'clock.
these? Oh, this is new. I've not seen this before. So it's,
Hold
it's
on,
the-
what are you-
on the map. So I'm getting.
Oh yeah, they put the altitudes.
They put the
below
altitudes on it
aircraft
now. Yeah, that's interesting. And when you do your
That's a big
bra-
help.
Man, Singer, 11
Yeah.
o'clock.
I wonder if that shows up for the Russian symbols as well.
Yeah. Well, the Russians one
Why
used to
don't
do
you
my
use
editing
the
actually,
Russian?
because they get icons that rotate, so you can actually see
Yeah.
where they're going.
Right.
Being shot at?
And your stream keeps stopping for me. I wonder if it's just my terrible internet.
Yeah, it's not stopping for me.
Yeah, I've got terrible internet.
Yeah. Do you know what you should do?
Get
Yeah,
better
sure,
internet.
Get the girlfriend out working harder. Get
Harder.
to work that butt off, and then you'd have better internet.
You know, you keep saying this shit, knowing full well shit rolls downhill, and apparently you're holding that hill up. So
Mhm.
just so you know.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I do need to call my ISP, guys. What's up? And lately,
Well, I
for
just
some
because
reason,
I had to call mine the other day because it was the same issue. Bloody, it was awful. Right, so
Well-
so I'm going to do a bra. So let's see if I do to that. Is that an A10 possibly? L39. Right. So I get there 062 for 67. Sorry, 06. No, right.
I'll have to
Okay.
call 'em.
So I've got miles. It's got nautical miles.
I'm showing
Bearing.
nails, 10 o'clock. And
no, it's zero.
Singer, 10 o'clock.
What is? Oh, it's got the
It's
magnetic.
got magnetic. Yes, that's
Oh
it.
my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
Oh,
whoa.
buddy.
I was like, well,
Because that's an issue on the Enigma server, actually, because the robot calls it, I believe, in magnetic bearing, or I think it's magnetic, because I'm always off by like 8 degrees or something. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. That's cool. That's actually very, very good that we've got that. That
Only
makes
took us a
big,
decade to realize we needed that information.
Yeah, yeah. So 068 for 12 at 12 hot or flanking west. Yeah, that makes that makes it so much more interesting. But the thing is, you'll notice that the aircraft, there's no line telling you where the aircraft is pointing. So you're still at a disadvantage. I need to turn off. You're still at a disadvantage because you have to wait that 2 or 3 seconds just to figure out where the aircraft is actually moving. Whereas on the Russian stuff, or the NATO, the Russian bloc icons, they actually have basically they rotate. So, and you can get yours rotating if you go onto the Russians, change it, then come back, and then change it back to NATO block.
5 o'clock.
And then it works. But as soon as you restart your computer, or you close DCS completely, it'll then just stop doing that. So it's like, why have you got it for one and not for the other? It's as if they've got 2 different ways to give you information. Apart from the fact that one's in kilometers and one's in nautical miles, but
Yeah, can you tell me if they added nautical miles and kilometers to the F10 map by chance? Together.
No.
8 o'clock.
That is the one thing they're still missing.
Yeah. Nice. And that's a problem. That is a huge problem. Because you can't change
because you'll have a mix of aircraft these days.
Yeah. And it's when I'm as a ground commander, I'm trying to sort of do ranges and stuff like that, and I'm and obviously I want top middle. You can hot swap the feet to M and back. Is that something just brand new? Is it? I can't really see it. What's this? Oh, hold on, I'm getting locked.
Oh yeah, I see it right there. Click that.
I've just clicked it. Yeah, that might be.
Check the line. Draw the line when you click it.
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm just engaged. So 6.
Oh boy, they may have solved a critical problem.
Yeah, because that would be amazing if they have. Because that was. I mean, I did actually send them. I sent ED a huge list of combined arms problems, and they might have fixed it with a lot of that stuff.
I really wish they would have put the. I really wish they would have put that on the line at the same time, though. Like nautical miles, then like kilometers under it, or vice versa. That way, I don't have to flip. Because sometimes you want to give a brawl call to 2 different guys like immediately, and having to flip is going to be a little bit tough.
Yeah. So okay. So I'm just going to go down this head this way, and let me just trim myself out.
Give yourself a whole minute because I'm watching ads for a minute here.
We have a friendly 115, 80 miles. Angels 14.
Same one, by
and
the
a
way.
friendly.
Okay.
Bra,
Well,
095.
I have adjusted the ads to as minimum as I can get it, absolute minimum. So.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. They blast one like every
20
minutes.
minutes.
It seems like
20 minutes.
No,
Well,
dude,
I say minimum with the 55%. So right.
Well,
okay.
they give you one every time you start your stream. So every time I have to restart the stream, I get to watch the ad.
Yes, it does. Yes, it comes up.
Heads up, nails. 6 o'clock.
Comes up
All
with
right,
kilometers.
go for it. What do we got?
Yeah, so you've got kilometers, and let me do it here. Probably easier. Yeah, so you've got kilometers. So let's flick that switch. Yeah, it does. So it changes the kilometers to.
Singer, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
Well, that's a big help right
That's
there.
a huge help. Yeah. That's a massive help actually, and I did say that I put a lot of information in I don't know what this. I can't see these.
Yeah,
things.
just like when you draw that line, you see how kilometers is on top.
Oh, it's got
It'd
meters
be
per
nice.
second. It's got
Yeah,
meters per
it'd be
second
nice
as well.
if on the below. Yeah.
I don't know what
it's
that
tight.
meters per second though is. Why is it coming up 0?
Oh, I don't know about that. I was wondering that myself. Click on the aircraft. Click on one of the aircraft.
Right. So we've
Click
got
on an aircraft.
headings, altitude, speed. Oh, let's change that. See if can we change that. Oh, it does. Yep, changes the altitude, speed in kilometers and miles per hour. Heading, magnetic, and it comes with the M for magnetic, so you know it's magnetic. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. Okay, and then what else have we got? Let's have a look. Country, codes, name, type, call sign, magic, formations. Okay, rules of fire, that's no change. Speed, yeah. Path, target, altitude. Okay. So let's have a look. Can't change that because we're in combined thing. So what's this? That's just.
Wow, finally getting a lot of good, features. They supposedly fixed the pathfinding, but we'll never get to see that now.
Say again?
They supposedly fixed the pathfinding, but we won't be able to see that now. The server's gone.
Yeah.
No.
Sure. Finally, they'll go where you tell them to go.
Right. And it's like Alpen's like, and here's my hat.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
I know. Thanks, Conker, for the heads up on that. Come on.
No, sir.
Okay, this Russian aircraft sounds like a friggin' lawnmower.
No can do,
Where are
sir.
you flying?
The I-16.
Wait, how long have you owned that?
I just got it.
Oh, wow. What made you buy that plane?
Because it's so crappy, I wanted to see what it was. And it was on sale.
Okay.
They screwed up the F5 mirrors.
They did?
Yeah. So where the mirrors, when you're looking, it's very blurry. Now it might be that in real life, as it looks down the canopy, and then kind of blurs it out. But the problem is it blurs it beyond the actual edge of the mirror. So.
I can't do that.
I don't have computers anyway. The computer's not strong enough, so.
Roger that.
My tracker eyes having that like hissy fit at me.
I notice you keep looking at your life preserver.
Yeah. I'll keep getting it, you know. I think
Got some lights on in there?
I've got some lights on. I don't know. Turn it on. Oh, what, in room?
Yeah.
It's going off. It's facial recognition.
Oh.
It just doesn't like my face.
12 o'clock.
Well, you're getting older. Wrinkles are throwing it off.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's
You
talking.
need to get your.
It's talking to you
lit
guys.
one.
You're making me old. You know, I'm aging by the decade as I talk to you guys per night.
Exactly.
1 decade, and I'll be friggin' like 50,000 years old by the
talking.
end of the year.
Curmudgeons.
Yeah.
Who's the old guy?
I wonder.
Come on.
Roger.
Might be that guy who can't be bothered to start his chopper. He probably didn't start his I-16 either.
Watch out, that's a formidable weapon, that thing.
I bet.
Oh, come on.
I can't remember what it was. I remember building a model for a customer of a Russian aircraft. I can't remember what it was, but like a fighter aircraft, but it had a rear gunner. I wish I could remember what it was. It's something like that. Something like an IL-2. And I didn't realize until I started building it that the rear gunner sat on a leather strap strung between the fuselage sides. There was no chair.
Looks like nails, 1 o'clock.
You didn't put the chair in?
No, there wasn't one.
Oh.
The original aircraft was a leather strap slung
serious?
from one side of the fuselage to the other, and that's what the gunner sat on.
Oh, wow. He had a sling, essentially.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was hysterical. I actually get to see.
Watch it.
Well, you know, they needed it to be more maneuverable, and so it needed to be lighter.
Target, 13 miles.
Like, we don't need a chair.
They weren't the best at pilot creature comforts.
No.
Oh,
That's
friggin'
terrible.
my sight. I can't look any further than fucking look. Keeps looking back. Stupid thing.
Illusion.
You know, when you open it up, you can use your control number keys to select your gesture wheel stuff.
Stupid thing.
It's like, I'm done with this plane.
Not enough of that crap.
Seat.
What's the right on?
Oh, I'm not on it.
Hey, it's IKEA's back. There you go.
I'm getting the fucking head in.
So on the World War II sites, they added like the pure cockpit script stuff option for server. Per the description, they are by default off, but per our testing on World War II server stuff, it's by default on.
Yeah, ED kind of tends to mess that kind of stuff up.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm guessing you get kicked for all your cheats, right?
What? Which one?
Yeah. Oh, does that mean that you're not going to be able to eject your canopy anymore?
Not canopy. Not canopy. They were using. No, they were using the
I mean, you're the only
retexture
pilot
of
that
the
I know
gun
that
side.
flies around with no canopy on. You know that.
Sometimes, yeah. I'm not going to eject my canopy in like the Saber or that's one. The other one.
The Saber's kind of useful with the dive angles on it.
Oh, sure.
I don't
Line?
understand why they didn't get. I don't understand why they got rid of that on a lot of their Vietnam era aircraft when they didn't have computation computers. And like, put the damn dive angle on that shit.
I got rid of the lines on my cockpit in the Saber.
Right, I'm on the grey flag, guys.
It's really
Why you would do that? Those lines are nice.
obstructing. I fly air to air most of the time. I'm not going to use the dive angle line. Okay.
You know, with cold word on it, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to do work.
There's still enigmas.
I don't.
Yeah, I'd rather pull my eye out with a stick.
I mean, it's okay.
No offense, Enigma. No offense, and I mean that in the, it's just not for me.
Well, there's no ground war.
There's no
I
ground
want
war,
I want
yeah.
ground.
So why
I
would-
want
why would
ground
it
war
do
on
so?
it.
Exactly. Why would it go
Yeah,
on something that doesn't
it's-
have the ability to,
I mean,
to do what I want to do?
Pull up
Take
homes
your
and stick it on
trees.
your server
It's a
there,
different kind of
Delta.
ground war.
Well, I was just going
it's off.
into. I was just going into.
It's off-putting. It's
No,
off-putting to me because the guys are on the server are penis measuring. They are very,
That is true.
they're
Well,
very keen on
IKEA-
that thing.
We get Mr. Delta to put Holmes or Prince of Persia or something on his server and do it up, and then I'll just bring in 5 or 6 guys and do a job there till we figure something else out.
Do you want to host Cyprus, the Cyprus 1952, the MiG versus F-86 version?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
if anybody has his mission, the one we need is the Cyprus mission. That's the Cold War aircraft where you bomb the large targets. Now that one was good.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah.
The problem is, I'm going to learn to fly MiG-21s. I think. Now that none of
You're
you
gonna
are going
learn
to
to
fly.
fly a broken aircraft.
That's all. Yeah, we do know the servers, and I mean, we've got all the servers. We've got them. We can go on and redesign them and what have you. But we wanted the permission. But we are going to go down that. It just takes time to build it. That's all. That's the problem. But we will do it.
Yeah, mission building's not easy.
Missions building's not easy. No.
Yeah. People don't realize the service that Alpen was providing with that, and then they're like, "We're just gonna go play on this Enigma server," and I'm like,
Alpen has certain recipe for all the kind of the arrangements. For Sam, he used certain Sam and SA6 and how he arranged the certain layers of defense around certain targets. If you study his mission file long enough, you will find out.
Right, well, I can't see.
Yeah, he had some pretty cool
stuff. Do I have to type something in here to get into Grey Flag? What are we doing, guys? Because
you have to have your SRS tuned to them. It's a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? Like your SRS has to be on and on their station kind of thing.
they don't have auto connect.
For some reason, it wasn't auto connected.
It's a weird thing.
I thought it was on. There it is. It's on.
Yeah, he did. I don't think he was given permission, so any mission would have to be some derivative creation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can't.
Yeah.
So effectively, we can't just sort of copy it, and we're going to have to physically make it.
Well, it'll be the same mission. It'll be the same mission. It'll just have an Avenger.
There you go. Face bump.
It's different.
Well, you know.
And how can you prove this, Mr. McCullough? Oh, it's got an Avenger
Can't be the same. There's an Avenger in it. What do you want?
We're gonna be.
Geez, you put a Gepard in it, everyone will have a heart attack.
Since when did Alpen got rid of the Avenger?
All right.
I guess about
CTL
5 months ago.
Yeah, CTLP menu. We still had them in there, but there was very few. Only at the FARP, and even then, it was limited.
We couldn't add any.
Yeah.
I haven't been on Alpen server before January this year, late January. Since August last year, of course.
Oh right, they've even got a Bulls reference. Oh right, so they've even got a Bulls reference. So while we're here, so I've got a little tick on the thing there, and it gives me the Bull reference straight away. I can just click on it and go straight to all the Bull reference Bulls. Blah blah blah. That this is really makes.
That's huge.
It is huge. It's just, and it's actually, information. A bit similar to. It's a little bit similar to lot ATC in regards to that now. So you've got all those extra functionalities.
It's just too bad the F10 map update rate is down to the microsecond.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to change that though and put it in as a server,
Setting. Or
setting.
something. Yeah, that would be useful.
to change to limit the amount of updates. And
That
I
would
think
be so big.
and that would be a lot better.
Because I've always wanted to purchase lot ATC, but I never have because no server that I've ever played on has really used it. And because it causes problems with the servers typically. So if ED themselves solved this problem, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you going to be on World War II server tomorrow? 9 p.m. UK time.
Yeah, I thought
I'm
we was
not sure
going to go
about
with that. Yeah, we was going to aim for that.
Canadian time or
I'm
9
just
p.m. UK time is.
using that. Somebody.
No, give me this stupid.
But
Oh, it's
9 p.m. UK
30.
time.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at this. This is.
30
That's you're gonna be up at like the morning then, your time, right?
Oh, look at that. I do like that.
What
Oh,
is
Ricara?
this, dude? Is this like nighttime?
Yeah.
Check
Look.
that lighting out. When'd they get that?
This runs 24 hours a day,
Mm.
this mission, right? So it runs the actual clock time.
But that looks amazing. Look at that. That's good. That's very, very good.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Are we finally gonna get Are we finally gonna get lighting that actually works?
I mean, look at this. The shimmer on the lights in the distance there. So.
Unfortunately, this doesn't come through on the stream really well because it's dark, so it tends to blend the pixels.
Yeah.
audio again. You were saying DCS is washed out. The graphics is washed out the other day.
Yes.
So this patch they've added auto exposure to it.
What does that do?
Auto exposure. It's going to be it's going to be either darken or lighten, depends on what your camera is watching.
I guess I'll have to see that in action.
And it's making things worse.
Oh no! Don't say that, man. It was
That-
already
that's
bad
my-
enough for me.
Yeah, that's my experience for the past 3 hours.
Mm.
Yikes. So in other words, I'm never seeing anything ever again.
Yeah, essentially yes, for VR, especially for VR.
Well, in that case, I'll be flying on night servers exclusively with radar guided missiles because I'm not seeing anything anyway.
Oh, God, I love
It's the
Shader.
worst feeling to be tracking an aircraft with your eyes and you're like 2 miles separation, maybe even a mile, and have the airplane fly across the ground and then just have it just disappear. And you're still tracking it, you're still looking at it, but it's just not there.
That does look nice. It does look nice. And that zoom on the binos is just friggin' just a little bit too. I think it's just a little bit too good.
Is it raining or is that just bad pixelation?
I don't know. Might be raining over there.
Well, when I look through your scope on it's like lines are down. Now it could just be.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It could just be streaming coming through.
No, that's. I'm getting that as well. I'm getting that in screen.
Oh, okay.
On screen.
Lighting
It's like,
artifacts.
it's like light flares.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's strange. I've never seen that in real life.
Yeah.
In case you didn't buy it the last time, can you please buy it this time? I'm like, all right, I'll go buy it. 20 minutes from now, to be like, hey, can you buy another copy? Thank you, guys. I think that killed my stream.
So the night vision is pretty much the same as.
Stream is frozen.
The ad killed me. That's all right. I
Right.
should probably get into the game and check out shit myself.
Yeah.
So that looks.
Right.
It does
I'm
look
gonna go
good.
file a complaint with ED about Alpenwolf server being unavailable.
Yeah. Can't believe
Yeah.
you bring on 2.8 and Alpen's server goes down. It's your fault.
It's your fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm filing a formal complaint.
Mm.
They have added a skeleton model for the deck crew
They're
on the
very worried.
carrier.
A what model?
Skeleton, human skeleton, because it's
Skeleton.
Halloween.
Are they really?
Oh, for goodness.
Yeah.
This is really kind of funny.
What? Where?
That's a super carrier subs.
On the super carrier.
There's a skeleton model. Check that out.
Where's that? Where's that? We must have one on here.
At the cost of 20% decrease in the VR performance.
Well, they got to draw them bones, man. Come on.
No, the Corsair's been backdated another month because the skeleton had to go.
Okay. Yeah.
This month?
No,
They
just
didn't
kidding.
say so, but
Where is it?
not sure. But I just saw it on. Well, someone mentioned it.
Should be the pilot skeleton.
No, it'd be great if it was like airboat.
Right, how do I get into the what's it? The what's it view? You know, at the back of the ship. Anybody remember?
No, I've never done that stuff.
Control 11 or something, F9 or
Well, left control F9 maybe.
oh, left alt and F9. I think. Gives you that.
Okay.
People in the decks and stuff, slow them down the skeleton. Oh, there's a pumpkin. Is that a pumpkin? On the top there, you see his head. It's like a big pumpkin head.
Oh yeah.
Love it when we get around. We'll go back around the front for a second.
Wait a minute. Does anybody know who John Romero is?
Who?
He's one of the original developers of like kid software creators. So,
Yeah.
I think he might be the man behind Project Warlock here. I didn't realize that. I wonder if this is like a cool old school shooter. That makes sense now.
Can't seem to see it on the because it's F9.
So you guys are saying performance in the game is worse now?
Yeah,
For VR is
even 2D is definitely lower.
I don't think I can go any lower. Like a lot of times flying, like say a big about things pops. So, I'm not sure if I
because on that server he's putting units everywhere across the map.
I know.
And it's carpet bombing every 15 minutes. Or every half an hour or it's 1 hour. It's too taxing for server performance.
I'm aware, dude. Like, and every now and then something happens which causes my frames to drop to like 5 to 10 for like a good 5 minutes. And I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, I was troubleshooting my performance drop because every time there's
we
a...
do have the
Go ahead.
nuke mission stats, so yeah, we do have those. So we'll be looking at doing some missions, and we'll. I've already got a few that I've made up myself anyway, but yeah, some of that we need to. It's something that we're going to have to start addressing sooner rather than later.
Yeah, last time I just... not last time, just 2 weeks ago, I troubleshoot my FPS issue when there's a copy bombing. The solution is to turn off the HPATs, the high precision event timer for Windows.
Alright.
HPET. Just search HPET space disable. How to disable it? You can find multiple tutorial on how to disable that.
I'm on the Roosevelt.
Before that, carpet bombing used to...
What mission? Sorry.
I'm in Gray Flag on a carrier and an F-14.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, was that you in the black F-14? Okay. Oh, sorry, I thought you was on something else. I've just come off it. DCS has crashed.
Okay. Before disabling that in my server, I used to computer got frozen for 10 to 20 seconds every time there's a copy bombing. I mean, I'm not running on low tier rig. It's 2070 plus 5950. It's not low tier. It can solve the problem. HPET.
Yeah, I looked it up already. I'm reading about it.
Okay.
No, that's not going to work. Just stop it.
Maybe because I'm using AMD CPU. It's never issue on Intel ones.
This may not be a problem, but...
Okay.
I used to have Intel
read
before,
about it.
but this time around I went AMD.
I'm going AMD for my next build for certain. Like, I think I'm going to go Team Red completely, graphics and CPU altogether.
Do you know what? I mean, it might actually sound better because, at least then they work together. And then,
It's not that. It's that NVIDIA has gotten kind of excessive with heat. Like, their TDP on their products is astronomical now. And I'm just like, I already have a CPU, an Intel CPU, which has a high TDP. And I'm using an NVIDIA graphics card, which for the time had a high TDP. And I'm just trying to keep that down anymore. And it seems like AMD does way better in that area.
Yeah, where you're living around the world obviously will make a difference as well.
I live in the south, so it's quite hot here frequently.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't need this computer. And let me tell you, right now, this computer produces so much heat. It's I'm 70, 80 degrees in my room.
I'm cooking in here. I can feel the sweat dripping off me. I
don't need this 4090 that's going to have a TDP of 400 or whatever the hell they rated at. And I'm like, 400. Right now I'm sitting below 200, and I'm like, and I can't imagine doubling that. I just can't.
Well, and again, you don't want to. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sitting there.
It's like the only time I'll be able to play any games anymore is wait till winter. Serious. So that's why I'm mainly thinking about switching to Team Red here. Is there in some areas Team Red's better than Intel and NVIDIA, and in other areas they're not. But one area they are clearly better in right now is the thermals. And that's getting to be quite critical for me anymore, because the thermals for basically everyone continues to go up, 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 and up, and AMD seems to be the only ones keeping it sort of in check. So, yep.
Where's my tank range?
It's like, I'm not going to sit here playing my games naked, you know, to satisfy NVIDIA's.
Oh, wait, you're
you know,
supposed to be clothed?
I knew someone was going to say something. Of course, it's going to be the old man who doesn't have any dignity left.
Mikhail played his guitar naked.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
What do you think I use for a pick?
Oh no! I need the image.
You guys asked for it.
Yeah, we deserve that, huh?
I'm just loading up the tank range. You can. So I've added a few extra things in here.
Boring.
Boring. Yeah. Boring.
I
Mike,
hear
Mike,
that the 5800. I hear that 5800X 3D though is the best for flight simulation right now though. The AMD 5800X 3D apparently gets the best FPS for flight sims. So combine that with AMD or NVIDIA graphics, you'll be like golden.
Whatever AMD is asking, ED requires double of that.
Who?
ED DCS.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know, dude.
So it's the bottleneck is CPU, or the or how DCS utilizing CPU.
Oh yeah. But what I'm trying to say is there was a benchmark of the 5800X 3D against like the latest and greatest AMD non-3D cached and Intel, and the 5800X 3D beats them all in flight simulation FPS. So right now that's the king of the CPU if you play flight sims.
How much does it cost?
It's pretty expensive. It's $400.
$400.
Yeah.
And
Is
it's
that
quite
not expensive to you?
I'm searching EU pricing for graphics card. For 30...
That's the CPU. That's the CPU.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's the CPU. It's a 5800X 3D because it has the 3D V cache in it. And that apparently is massive performance improvement.
Well, it's good for, DCS at the moment, it's just a single. It's, you only wanted like 1 or 2 cores to use.
It's charging €400 here.
It's just a waste of time.
Yeah, it's $400 here, so I'm sure it's equivalent across the different countries. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, considering the currency.
Now I'm considering getting it. I know they just released the Ryzen 7000 series, and now if they make a 7000 series like 3D Vcache version, that would immediately become the king, right? But for now, currently the 5800X 3D is still the best. Now it's only in flight simulation performance. I'm strictly speaking like Misfits and DCS kind of stuff. Like when you start going into other categories, other games, clearly the 7000 series is better. But I don't care about those games. So there you go.
Target, ceasefire.
Because right now I run one of those Intel chips that has. It's very hot. It's a very hot Intel chip. I didn't realize when I purchased it because I decided to get a store-bought, quote store-bought. It's from one of those makers, but I didn't want to build mine anymore. But it turns out I don't really like that, so I think I'm going back to building them, which means I have to start researching their parts to understand them all. And in doing so, I learned that the computer that I'm using, components, the Intel chip, is a power-hungry monster, creating lots of heat.
Back 3 or 4 years ago, the NVIDIA has lower TDP compared to AMD. How has turned?
Exactly. Well, AMD as a company shifted dramatically when they hired that new CEO. I can't remember her name for the life of me. All I know is that she's been nothing but good for AMD. Like she's like every CEO AMD has had before have basically been, they've not been very good. they've kind of run the company into the ground. But they hired this woman, and she's turned them around. Like it's like she has forethought. Like she has a plan where she wants them to be and knows how to execute on it. Because it's like they got back into the CPU game to be competitive. They got back into the I don't remember if they were in the graphics game, but they got into the graphics game and then became competitive because for a while there, when AMD was still Canadian based, which they may still be Canadian based, but they were owned by Canadian and not AMD. They were sort of competitive with Nvidia early, but then they kind of lost that crown and they were never able to get it back. But eventually they sold out to AMD, and then AMD kind of ran them into the ground. But then AMD switched their CEO here, and it's been uppity up from there. I just hope this woman never retires and never dies. right now, she's been nothing but good.
Ooh. Ooh. That was interesting.
What's the roll?
I don't know. I'm just wondering, did that fire and keep a heat round in the chamber? That's going to be interesting. Let me do this again. So, we'll fire APDS. I'm going to aim above it. Okay, that was definitely APDS. Okay, heat is now selected. Fine. No, right, okay.
Alright, let me actually load this game up.
I thought it might have, they might have actually loaded it properly, but they haven't. Yeah. It just looked as if it must have been a lag spike or something.
Oh, Bailey did this. Ah, this is making sense now.
Who?
He's the guy that does the F-14, what do you call it? The F-14 voice attack. I got some DCS keyboard frequency tables for the different maps so that I know what TACAN, because I'm always asking Mike Delta, I'm like, dude, can you give me the TACAN or the VOR to an airfield, because like you can't click on it. Actually, that needs to be something I need to test now. Can I see that information on F-10?
You can see it all the time.
No, not when you're flying. You can't click. You click on an airfield, it doesn't tell you anything about it. It used to. It doesn't anymore.
That one.
What?
It's built in the keyboard stuff. You can just press Shift K, right Shift K, and
You may
scroll
open the
through.
keyboard.
Yeah.
But the kneeboard, a lot of times when I'm flying, the kneeboard doesn't have any of the map information for an area.
Do you know that makes
Okay. Open.
there's this ability now that we're able to get the ranges in kilometers and not so good.
Oh, dude.
Find
I know.
find your DCS gaming store. The path.
Store. What do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, the folder.
Oh, you're talking. You're right. Okay, I'm there.
Is that not working?
Okay. So see a doc, the folder named doc,
Yep,
document.
in it.
Charts. Inside charts.
Yep.
Just open the A10C stuff. A10C1.
Okay, doing it.
You can find all the information across the map, but for Caucasus, of course.
Yeah, this is only for Caucasus. Yeah, and this is exactly. Yeah, this is exactly the information that I want to get to right here.
Right.
Do they have this for Syria? What about like for Syria, for Persian Gulf, etc.?
They never made it, I think.
Okay. I don't know why they didn't do that, because these things were amazing. The ones they have for the Caucasus.
Oh.
I guess it's because like 90% of their player base doesn't use any of this shit. They don't even know how to read it.
You can't get to the kneeboard in the combined arms.
That's actually true.
I was just looking at that. Bit of a crapper.
They have charts FC3. What is this? What is this? Hold on.
Basically same charts, but
So we got
Oh, it is. This is good too. It's just for the other aircraft. Okay.
Hmm.
And they have ground charts. All right. The ground charts are.
Right, let's see what.
These are a little bit. I like the ground charts.
The labels are the same.
Yeah, IKEA. This is what I'm looking for right here, dude. Exactly.
Yeah.
The ground charts are nice because you can get the taxiways, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, etc.
Hey, Tough London. Welcome, mate. Yeah, it's been a while. Unfortunately, we've got some sad news today that the Cold War server is no longer with us, I'm afraid. Alpen has decided to hang his hat up on the Cold War server, and it is no longer available. It really does suck, mate. It really sucks. It's awful. Yeah, I read his statement out earlier on in the mission, earlier on tonight. I tell you what, lump in my throat and a tear in my eye, I can tell you. So, gutted, just to say the least. So, yeah, very, very, very sad day today. You know, so we're all kind of a little bit all over the place at the moment. There's nobody doing any coordination at all because it's just, yeah. So, well, yeah. I mean, that's something that, you know, I've been building stuff myself, but I'm not in a position to sort of start going and putting servers online and what have you.
you might want to blame on Solman, the red player.
All right, the one player.
So 12 hours ago, he's asking on the forum, is this server over? Oh my god.
You know.
What about it?
Alphen didn't reply, but he's just asking, is this server over? Oh my god, maybe he might be the final straw.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Watch,
final straw?
you're going to see, 100 people going, oh, damn, and none of them fucking played it.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Someone was there.
Yeah, no, I know,
Someone's
but
there, yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Not for the past like 2 months.
No, he had. I literally ran into him like days ago.
Rarely, yes.
I swear. Well, maybe he was on my time zone or something or whatnot, because I was out there all by myself and he joined. I was in a Mirage F1 and this was night. This was an Alpen server was at night. Okay? He took off in a MiG-19 to face me in a Mirage F1 at night, and I was like, and he did it 3 or 4 times, and I kept shooting him down, and he asked me about the Mirage. He's like, does that thing have radar? And I'm like, yes, it has radar. That's how I'm tracking it, because it's pitch black and I can't see shit. And he's like, are you firing missiles? And I'm like, he's dying, of course. And I'm like, yes, I'm killing you with missiles.
No, I'm throwing rocks at you as we go by.
And well, he was really confused because I kept shooting him down. And he was like, he asked me the question, it doesn't seem to be giving a radar warning when you're firing the missile. And I'm like, you're in a MiG-19. And he's like, yes, I have a RAR. And I was like, yes, but your RAR only faces rear. And he's like, oh.
Yeah,
that explains a lot.
He's quite keen MiG-19 pilot. I might have left bad taste to him, because every time I just saw him flying MiG-19 and I'm in F5, I just straight refused to dogfights.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm sorry to hear that.
it's kind of hard for F5 to win the fight against the
The
MiG-19.
operation didn't go well.
I just dragged.
I know what the fight against the MiG-19.
I just dragged him into the same sites. The stinger trap, and last time I did to him, he left in the chat. I'm not going to dogfight with Stingers, and he just left.
Well, okay, so that's totally understandable on that. Like, I run into the
but
players like you on Enigmas a lot. Like, I think the entire blue team, like, so I've been playing the red team because the Mirage is on the red side, right? So I've just been doing that on the red side.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, man, every F5 and Biggin and whatnot, they're a bunch of fucking pussies, dude. They will not come off of their airbase. When they do, they get within like 15 miles of me, turn around and run back at full speed to their airbase. And I'm like, I'm in a Mirage, guys, that I don't even have my radar missiles. They won't let me have them on the server. It's all IR, which means I have to shoot them from rear aspect. And they will not dogfight me. They want to fight me over SAM territory. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why everybody's such chicken shits these days. And this is on a, well, I get why you were doing it, IKEA. It's different for you because you are in a server that's mission based. You're playing the mission. The objective is to complete your mission. It's not to fight me in the sky. I understand that, but Enigma server is a little bit different. I view it as mainly an airquake server. The F5s are flying out there without any problems whatsoever. You know, they have no objective in their brain. So why aren't they fighting me over like an open area so that we can just see who's the better pilot or whatnot? You know.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't quite understand that. So I can get where he can get mad sometimes, but like on Alpenwolf server it was a bit different though, because it's a mission. You were always playing the mission. I was doing the same thing. I'm not gonna stick around to dogfight somebody if I have a mission goal oriented that I want to complete. You know, I'm gonna complete my task before I decide to dogfight.
I get his frustration because last time I did him when server is like 1v1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's 1v1, did you join to dogfight or did you join to play the mission? You probably won't join to play the mission, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Well, we said that he wasn't on the other night. IKEA wasn't on the other night. We were talking about that, and I said, you know, you need 5 guys like IKEA that come in, read the mission, read what's supposed to happen, and then they go right for it. And I said, when he does it, everybody gets mad because he does what exactly he should be doing on a mission. You know, like they want to float around in the sky and fight each other and, you know, not pay attention to the mission. And Mike and I were talking about it, and I said, even on the nuke one, remember he used to get on, he would go right for the crates and destroy the crates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you know he's going to do it, so why don't you just go stop him? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That's the whole.
But it's a mission.
That's what the mission was about, wasn't it?
Right. It's a whole mission, right? So you're doing all the right things. So the guys that whined about it, I never understood. You know, go to Enigma and dogfight in the air. That's what you want.
And see, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, I'm on Enigma, which is basically the airquake server. Yet these guys, they don't dogfight. They run away.
Right, because they don't want to get shot down.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there like, well, if you wanted to do that, you could do that just as well on Alpenwolf server. The minute you get a radio contact that says bogey 50 miles away, you should turn your ass around and run as fast as you can. You know?
That's right.
I mean, I swear that's all they do on Alpenwolf server. I mean, not on Alpens, on Enigmas. I cannot engage a single blue aircraft like away from their airbase. Yeah. I have not been able to. So I end up flying around like a fucking cockroach, you know, fighting these guys, hoping that I'm low enough that their airbase doesn't shoot me down. You know, and I've actually been raked by AAA a few times because of that shit. And I'm just like, this is crazy. So yeah, it's kind of, and I still get, and it's like what Davey said to you earlier. I still end up being top scorer.
Yeah. Davey? Which Davey?
Davey. Who was on
Davey Boo.
Mike Delta stream. Yeah, Davey Boo.
Davey. Okay.
Yeah, even having to go over their airfield and fight 4 and 5 of them at the same damn time, I end up being the top scorer half the time when I'm playing. You know, and I'm just, but it's frustrating. because I really don't want to fly that way. I don't want to be a cockroach all the time, but they make me. And the
They
only
made
other
me
option,
do it.
yeah, they make me do it.
They made me do it.
The only other option is to attack the ground targets and stuff, but I don't really enjoy doing that on Enigma server because I don't really see it as like accomplishing a goal. Yeah, I don't see it as accomplishing a goal. Like when I kill something on Alpenwolf server, when you do a ground attack, you kill a tank, you kill a building or a structure. It literally means something to finalizing the mission. When you do it on Enigmas, it means something in points, but you know, it's just, I guess the front line moves and it respawns, and I don't know, it's something about that type of gameplay that I just don't really jive with.
I mean, Pixar just said that, so they like Airquakes, and you know, and I've got nothing against Airquake. We've got nothing against Airquake, but there's lots of servers out there that do it. Alpenwolf server wasn't a server that did Airquake. It wasn't designed that way. But if you wanted to do Airquake, then fine, you can go and do Airquake. Nobody's stopping anybody from doing that. And you know, it's enjoyable. It is enjoyable. But you know, once you've done that 1,000 times, you get to a point of going, well, what else is there? What else can I do? You know, you can only go so far. You know, in doing something, and it's like, right, I want to improve myself. I mean, if you don't want to improve, you want to keep doing it, just keep doing it, and then just, you know, that's your life. Fine, not a problem. Nobody's complaining about that. But if you wanted to get more out of it, and this is, I think, what we're all trying to do, is trying to get better at doing it.
You do not eat. You don't eat fast food on a daily basis. That's yeah. Airquake is like fast food. I mean, I started my Cold War journey on DCS from open server and starting with like Airquake for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm starting doing the ground attack in Vulcan and logistics in the helicopters.
I think we all started that way. You know, we show up, we do a little bit of Airquake, and then we're like, I think we're going to try to actually play the mission. And then we find it incredibly enjoyable.
Yeah. And that's
I was trying to play the mission last night, and Body Organ kept shooting me down.
Because I was Airquaking my ass off on that server, dude.
Hey.
So
I was in
sorry.
the A10. You shot him down like 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
That Body Organ's an asshole, though, you know?
I'm a dick. I was just telling them, dude, I go on the server, end up being top scorer half the time, but it's frustrating because it's always around the airbase. The blue airbase, mind you.
Well, I kept telling people where you were at, and nobody seemed to want to do anything about it. I kept
And
saying,
see,
hey,
there's the other problem right there, eh? You know, especially doing, you know, GCI, and nobody listens to a damn thing. Delton's, you know, he gives them a heading and they go in the opposite direction or do whatever they want, even after they've confirmed, yeah, okay, Roger, copy, got it. And they just go somewhere else.
Well, they might honestly be struggling to fly their aircraft because, you know how, like, when you first start your journey in the quote, the Airquake journey, like, you're barely able to operate the aircraft. At least that's the way I was. I remember first getting back into DCS, flying a Su-27. This is on 104th. This is how long ago this was, back when that was the poppin' server. And this F-15 player not only was shooting me down, but my wingman at the time consistently. And we couldn't figure out why, how. We didn't even know where he was. Like, that's how much of a struggle it was for me just to fly the plane.
Yeah, but, you know, if me or somebody or Delta's telling you, you know, there's a MiG on your 6. And you go, yeah, okay.
Well, and that's
then
the
you
thing.
just fly along.
Like, okay, and I would have immediately contacted my wingman. What does he mean 6? What does that mean?
Okay, if you're that bad, you shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm telling you.
Exactly. Last time, the other day I was telling a Spanish guy to turn 130, and he said copy, and
Copy.
And 5 minutes passed. I tell him to go. No, turn 150 now. He's asking me what do you mean by 150? Oh my god.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, okay. To be fair, back in the day, there was no such thing as GCI. You know, they didn't have the JTAC slots yet, so I didn't have anybody. I wasn't pissing anybody off. You know what I mean? I was just making an F-15 pilot really happy that he was becoming an ace in a flight.
Yeah. I mean, there's a guy, Pixis just also says he enjoys doing ground attack, but prefer to do it on a PvE server. And you know, and that's where people start. You know, or you probably start. Most people start maybe doing it as a single player on, you know, hosting it themselves, and then they move on to PvE. So the environment's shooting back, and you learn your trade that way, and then you go to PvP. And you know, the enemy's then starting to shoot back at you. It changes the dynamic massively, because you don't know when that vehicle's going to shoot at you. You don't know if it is or if it isn't. You know, is it controlled? Is it not controlled?
Well, you know, you got another human facing. You got another guy saying, "Okay, I'm just going to drive around the other side of the mountain and shoot him." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. You got to deal with all that stuff.
And it just. So what we're trying to say is it changes the dynamicness of the mission. You know, it puts that complexity that you could never program in a PvE program. You know, I mean, you can sit and program, half a dozen vehicles going, you know, broadside, head-on, or oblique, or whatever, like I'm doing here. But, you know, to get that then to go to all the in-betweens, you know, I'd have to spend hours, you know, doing that.
I think a lot of the problem is a lot of people don't realize how exciting the groundwork can actually be if you just got out of the plane. You know, it can be a lot of fun.
When you're looking, you're looking after a tank, and somebody else, you know, there's a couple of other guys. And the thing is, you know, you think like War Thunder. War Thunder is very popular because, you know, you have all these battles, but it's all sort of just in this small area. I mean, look at the size of the flipping map. Christ, you know, I mean, it's huge. You know, and to do that on this map, you know, War Thunder on a map this size, Jesus. I mean, War Thunder would be in that little segment here. You know, this is War Thunder.
And you get the guys, you know, like you're fighting against the same guys a lot of time. You get to know them, Apok and all those guys, you know, and there's a lot of. You start to learn their strategy. I know I pretty much have an orgasm every time I kill Delta. It was goddamn awesome. Take that, you bastard.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I relish it when somebody's, you know, coming on and trying to have a go at me and, you know, and engaging, because it is really, really good fun. And then, you know, especially when, you know, you've got 4 or 5 players trying to get me, all doing the same bloody thing. You know, they all wanted to kill me, but you know, I can manage to, you know, take them either all out or put a massive dent in them. I mean, you know, it's a fantastic battle. You know, and then you've got all the flipping aircrafts to worry about as well, and the, you know, Bobby Orkin getting lost again. You know, having to give him a bloody bright call. You know, body organ, you need to turn around, because otherwise, like, you're going to the end of the map. You know, there's going to be no more map left. You know.
That's why I'm always asking for the tack hand, bro.
But you know, and it's
somebody give me a frequency.
It's great. You know, and that's what makes it. You know, it does make the missions just, you know, just amazing. But yeah, that's my thought on it anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it so much, because there is no other server that does it.
There is no other server. No.
Oh well.
And it's a shame. It is a real shame. You know.
Do you want to host open missions just for private use? Maybe on your server.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be calling it night, guys, because it's 5 to 1.
Yeah, and there's also some good basis ground missions in the actual game itself that you could play in combined terms. Like if you load
Okay.
up the missions out of the game itself, they're pretty good.
Maybe I'm sending you the mission files maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I can do some slight modification. And I'm going to learn fly in the MiG-21 ones. Or body organ, you can join us.
Okay.
Or join me. Because apparently
Wait,
the
you saying this is tomorrow?
No. Just for the rest of the not the rest for future DCS.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Because like I know tomorrow I'm gonna be I won't be playing at all tomorrow. Be tied up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. In the future, no problem.
Sure.
All right. Well, we've got Delta's Discord as a meeting place. So.
Yep.
Okay. Tomorrow 9 p.m. UK time. The World War II survivalist mission.
World War II
event.
mission. So what's that? 9 p.m. UK time? Or...
UK time.
Yeah. 9 p.m.
Yes,
UK time.
and half an hour prior, you have to get on that 4YA server and join the voice chats to discuss the details of the just balancing.
All right. Well,
Do you have the link to their Discord?
No. Can you just post it in?
I'm going to. Yeah. Inviting.
I just sent you guys Makara and Delta.
Evening.
No, good evening.
Hello. Hey.
Spooky.
Hello.
Didn't notice you sneak in
No,
there.
it's Team Master. Sorry.
Is that Team Master?
Okay.
Yeah, it's Team Master.
Just shared it in the general chat.
Teamster.
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 That's right, Teamster.
Yeah, we've got Teamster and Sporky. Well, Sporky's not on yet. Just so you're aware, Teamster, Cold War servers now. Been retired, unfortunately. So.
What?
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, I feel as if I should get dressed and go and get a black tie on or something.
I know, right?
I feel so,
Right.
I feel so down. But yeah. Anyway, well, that's going to be me for the night. But I'm going to get off. So we're going to say a bit of a goodbye. So thanks very much to everybody. Thank you very much, Alpen, for your amazing missions, your kind words, and everything in between. You'll be sorely missed, and we'd like to see you. We'll be back if we see you again in the future. Okay, well, to end that, then we're going to go and see Bullet 1. I'll go and raid him. So thanks very much for sticking by. It's been a pleasure as always, and we'll see you guys next shoot. So remember, 2100 hours UK time. We're on a World War II mission. So take care, fly safe, and see you next time. Bye for now. Two seconds, Chris.